not everybody is knowledgeable enough to even tell you, hi Lydia, hi. Not everybody is knowledgeable in the field to like know exactly what to even tell you. Like sometimes people might say things in my own chat and I'm like, I'm really sorry, and I don't know what else to really say. And because that's the thing sometimes that people might do where they think, I don't know who to talk to, so I'm just gonna, you know, go and tell this streamer, right? And that's not really that great for the person either, because we're not all educated or like that knowledgeable to even know what to say. So like I might say something that might make the person feel worse, right? And that's not good either. Let's try this challenge, and then I'm actually gonna be talking to Lydia. So let's do it after this challenge. Lydia's gonna join us on stream and talk to us, and we're gonna be talking more mental health stuff. A tough one, because I don't see it clothy, and I feel like everybody else doesn't go down so easily. Ooh, unless you go for the healer.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Wait, let me capture you on my stream as well.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm doing really well. How's your stream going? Have you got like a challenge? How are you finding it?
Yeah, so we completed a bunch of challenges, and this latest one is just really hard. So
you completed a bunch of challenges already?
Yeah, we did like 3, I think, 3 or 4.
Oh my gosh, congrats!
Thank you.
Yeah, I did 4 different games, and I think I managed the challenge on 2 or 3 of them. I definitely did not complete all of them. So good job.
Okay.
Good job.
Wait, oh, you did like a variety of games?
Yeah, I did Fortnite, Marvel Rivals, Valorant, and Minecraft.
Ooh,
and
okay, cool.
So they definitely varied in difficulty. And yeah, they really varied in difficulty.
Okay, sorry.
But
I'm trying to get your camera, but I can't see it. But it's okay.
I'll wait.
You can keep talking. No.
Don't leak anything that you don't want leaked.
Oh,
I always accidentally do that when I'm like sharing stuff.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
Well, I just kind of came to check in with you, see how the stream's going, talk about, you know, mental health and things like that.
You came in at just a moment when I was talking about things as well.
Yeah, oh my gosh, you were talking about how sometimes people don't know exactly where to where to go to like unload their feelings.
Yeah.
And they might put it in chat, and it's hard because like, you know, as a streamer, you want to give so much attention to like everyone who like puts something in chat, but then at the same time, like you don't want them to feel like, you know, you don't care, and because obviously we care, like obviously,
of course,
and I feel like having someone who knows what to say with 988 is like really helpful.
Yeah, no, it really is. And it's also because I was talking about how sometimes there's several issues with wanting to reach out to somebody, because it could be that like there's like the stigma of not feeling well. Like some people think depression is some kind of like just walk it off, as I had a chatter say.
Crazy,
right? Yeah. So like there's that issue where some people will just, they have the stigma where or they just don't really believe in mental health, basically. They think you can just fix it real quick by just the right mindset or something. And then there's the second issue with some people where they wait, what was it? Okay, that was the first one. The third one I talked about was the one that you said with, for example, in the chat, where you reach out to somebody who's not really capable of helping you. So that's not very good either, because then you're not really getting the correct help, right? Like someone might be trying to help you, but they might be giving you the wrong advice. That's not really helpful, right? So that's not good either. And also putting it on someone who is not ready for it might be a bit traumatic for them too, right? Like if you suddenly share like a traumatic story, then maybe that person who's hearing it, they get shocked too, and then they just become silent and don't know what to say. Because that's happened to me sometimes, where people share something like very crazy, and I'm just speechless. What am I supposed to say?
And you don't want to like say the wrong thing and make them feel worse, like 1000%. Like you want to show that you care, but then like and I do think talking to lots of different people is really helpful, and a problem shared is a problem halved. But especially with 9 to 8, it's like sharing it with someone who can help and does know what to
They
say. Like the
know.
trained counselors, like they know this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so I was gonna ask, what kind of stuff do you do to like, make yourself feel better when you're like feeling down?
Eating makes me feel good.
Preach.
And also sleeping. I know for some people this doesn't work, but sleeping really works well for me. Like when I have a lot of anxiety, one of the things that helps me is sleeping. For some people this doesn't work because they feel like if they try to sleep when they're already anxious, they spiral and then they simply can't sleep. But I actually have the opposite problem where when I have too much anxiety, too much stress, my brain kind of shuts down, and it's actually relatively easy to fall asleep. So for me, sleep is also a sort of medicine because I just shut down, I sleep, and then when I wake up, I usually feel like, refreshed. So yeah, eating and sleeping is probably the top two things. And then like, of course, like distractions, like games
Yes.
probably is like the top three for me. What about you?
Yeah, stuff to take your mind off it. And I so agree with the sleep one. I do have like really bad insomnia when I'm like stressed and stuff. So unfortunately, I do find it really difficult to get to sleep.
Yeah.
But like, if I'm like I've got a lot to do, or I'm really stressed out about something like work wise, or sorry, not to be like streaming is hard. It's not. It's amazing. But like
My work is so
something
hard.
was
I
stressing me
stream.
out. Like, and I was really busy, right?
Yeah.
Then and I'm getting like pent up and like like stressed out. Then I'm like, oh, okay. And like I take a second to think and I'm like, oh, I haven't had very much sleep these past few days. Maybe that's a big reason contributing to like the way that I feel the way I do. And
Yeah.
it normally is. It's normally a big factor. I rarely feel like awful when I've had like 10 hours of sleep. I feel a lot better than I would if I had like 5. So yeah, sleep is, I feel like, an easy one that solves a lot. Also eating like healthy. I know eating like your favorite foods does help a lot, but like also if you're like having like really heavy like carb meals, like your in simplified like terms, right? Your like blood sugar levels go really low, and that like automatically makes you like really grumpy. So sometimes if you're like really like you need like that dopamine hit, go have your favorite meal, but just know if it's like really bad for you, you're probably gonna have like a come down just from the meal.
Yeah, I think that's a really interesting one because sometimes when feeling down, that is the specific thing that makes me feel better in the moment, to eat something bad. Like it could be like, I don't know, just fast food like burger or something, or ice cream. And that's something that you generally shouldn't eat on like a regular basis. But yeah, like you said, if it's one of those moments where you just need a dopamine kick or something, yeah, because it's like comfort food, exactly. From the chatter, because it definitely is comfort food. But if comfort food is every day, then in the end it's gonna make you feel not so good. So you have to like try to balance that, I guess.
Yeah, balance is W.
Yeah.
And like, what are some things that like you feel like it triggers to like make you're like, oh, okay, when this happens, I get stressed, and like, how do you kind of like avoid those things?
Okay, so I need to think of an example of something that does stress me out. Appointments stress me out. Like if I know I have to go to like a doctor's appointment, I'm like nervous about it the day before. Especially if it's early in the morning, I'm like, I'm gonna oversleep or something, and it just makes my brain feel like it freezes, and I have to like pause everything, and I just have to wait for the appointment to happen. What I do about that? Well, if it's really early, I do make sure I've got alarms. And if I can, I also like let somebody know. Like, by the way, I have to be up at this morning. Can you call to make sure I'm awake? If it's like really bad, really early. I've also started using a calendar. I didn't used to, but I've recently started using a calendar because I forget things as well. So having that to like remind me is really helpful. Yeah, like so reminders. When I do get appointments at different doctors, I also ask them like, can you please send me a text like 24 hours before, if it's possible. Some do, some don't, because sometimes when they don't, I just forget. Like I have missed so many appointments where I've had to like pay for not going, and that's like you know, not very good.
Yes,
um,
yeah, like being organized makes you feel so much better.
yeah,
what's that? Tidy room, tidy mind, but like it also works for like life,
yeah,
tiny life, right?
it's so true.
And
And
yeah, Google Calendar. Oh my gosh, it makes life so much easier. Like I have
yes,
like one of the first things I do when I wake up is I check my Google Calendar and I put like everything on my Google Calendar. There's also an app called Beep Me because
beat
iPhone
me. Okay.
moment, iPhone reminders they don't work.
Oh,
Like
really?
they I don't know. I've tried to set so many reminders on my phone before and they just don't work. But I like look at my reminders on Beep Me. There's like app every morning and I don't forget things anymore. It's like crazy OP. So yeah, I agree with that because then you get that like sinking feeling of like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, like I missed it. Like, oh, I can't go back to the same place. I need to like find a different place.
Yeah, no, 100%. And also,
Yeah.
you mentioned like organized and tidiness. That's another thing. So sometimes when I'm really stressed, tidying my house actually makes me feel better. Like the idea of tidying the house stresses me out, but when I'm actually doing it, it makes me feel better, especially when I see the end result. Because when things are messy in the house, I think it gives you kind of like a noise, which actually stresses you. Like I think
Yeah.
sometimes you don't realize that it's stressing you, but it is, and you know that because once it's suddenly clear, like your table, like my own table, like you know my streaming table, on the days when I like clear it, like I feel so like at peace when I'm looking at my table and everything is so clear and like tidy. So I think that's another thing too, like to just clean, like just tidy basically. You don't have to like clean with products, but just tidying so there's not any annoying or like unnecessary things there.
Yeah. And everything looks pretty and aesthetic and nice then. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
To be fair, I have like 10 cans of Coca-Cola a day and I always have 1,000
10 cans
things.
a
So if
day.
I didn't tidy every single day, then I think things would get out of control really fast.
How do you drink
Stuff
so
is already
much?
everywhere and I've only been off a few hours. So I agree.
That's great. How do you drink 10 cans?
Yeah, I know. I should prove. Hey, remember what I said about eating healthy? Yeah. Do what I say, not what I do.
That is such a classic. But that's crazy. Yeah, no, I have certain things which I do like every single day. One is because I have cats. So I do vacuum. Like I have a small vacuum for my table as well. So that's something that I do like on my table several times a day. But some things do stack up. Things that are not necessarily bad to have there, but it's still noise. Right? It could be like a random book and I put it there. And then like like the controller and I put it there. And then I've got like I don't know, something extra like for an accessory for my phone and then I put that there. And then
I'm
after
the same.
two
I'm the
weeks,
same.
it's like massive piles, you know? There and sometimes I'm like sitting like just looking on the trying to look at my monitors and my things are in the way. I can't see things on like my second or third monitor because I've stacked up so many things. And then at that point I'm like, okay, you know what? It's gone too far. I should probably clear it. And I think that also helps de-stressing.
I agree. I agree. And the thing is, when things like start to get messy, then you don't care as much and you put more mess places. So like keeping on top of it
Yeah.
is 1,000%. And do you feel like do you have like a support network of like people that you feel like you can talk to, or like do you not want to burden? Like how do you navigate that?
It's a really tough one. I feel like it changes over time. And I feel like it also changes depending on what the issue is. Like for example, if I'm struggling with something that's streaming related, let's say, then it's really hard to like talk to my family because they wouldn't understand that, right? Or if I'm struggling with something else, then then maybe my family would be good for that. Like my family, I am very close to my family. I've got 3 sisters, and both my parents as well who live close to me. So I do have them
Oh
for a
my
lot
gosh,
of
I'm so
things.
jealous. I always wanted like sisters.
Oh really? Do you have any siblings at all?
I don't have any siblings and I don't have
Really?
any cousins, which is
No
like
cousins either?
you know No, it makes it harder to like, peers to reach out to, but I see it as a good
Mhm.
thing because it means that I get closer to my friends and also
Yeah,
like talking to my parents.
yeah.
I,
And
I do talk to my parents about problems with streaming, and they definitely give a perspective I never would have thought about.
really, okay, because I've tried sometimes with my parents and it's impossible. Because for them, it's like, well, it's okay, you could go back to your studies.
Oh my god. Yes.
So,
Yeah, well, thing is my family they weren't very like they didn't really they were very skeptical about streaming when I started, right?
mhm,
Just because I was on a very
right.
set career path.
Yeah.
And and so yeah, my mom be like every time I'm like, "Oh, like this happened on stream, like, oh, I'm not sure about this." She's like, "Oh, honey, just stop. Just stop. Come on, come back."
Exactly.
Don't worry about that
Yeah.
silly streaming thing.
Yeah, exactly. And my parents, I mean, they do support me now because I've been streaming for a long time. Like I've been full time for like 10 years, maybe even more. At this
Oh my
point, yeah, I've been streaming for a really long time. So at this point, they are supportive. I would say they became supportive after like 3-4 years, probably. I think something like that.
Yeah.
That's when they started like accepting it, like, okay, like this is what she does, and we support you with whatever you need. But when I'm having issues, it still pops up like, yeah, well, you could do something else. Like,
Yeah.
there's other things you could do, like your studies, etc. So yeah, it's just a little bit hard to talk to them when it comes to that. And that's one thing, when you go to Twitch cons or like other streamer events, that's one thing that I process really nicely there, because I always end up talking to other streamers who are probably going through some, or who normally are, or maybe not at the time, but have gone through something similar. Because at the end of the day, when we do something similar, we go through similar struggles, right? And
Yeah.
that's like one thing that's really nice, like just talking to other streamers about like those type of issues. So but yeah, it depends like what kind of issues I'm having. I do have close family, which is nice, and I do consider myself lucky in that way. Even though there's ups and downs of family too. Like I've had periods when I cannot stand my sisters. Maybe not all of them, but here and there, with one or two here and there. And then I do have a couple friends as well who I can talk to as well. But even with them, it's hard to talk about things that wouldn't be like relatable for them. So yeah, it's really complicated. I've also seen like an actual therapist over time. I haven't been in a while now, but I have seen actual therapists too, because I had a lot of things that I just grew up with. I was a very anxious child, and I had a lot of things growing up as a child which like bothered me, I guess, or caused some issues, and I managed to process most of that through an actual therapist. So that was really
Yeah.
helpful for me. But it did take
Yeah.
time, and I had to go through a few different people to find the one that helped me with that.
I couldn't agree more. I feel like talking to someone who's seen lots of people who have gone through like similar, like for example, a therapist will like know how to deal with anxiety kind of thing. Like I had a
Yeah.
similar thing. I had very bad panic attacks when I was at school,
Mm.
and I remember my mom. I don't think it was a therapist. It was a counselor. But my mom like got me in touch with a counselor. Well, got me in touch. She was my mom. She just took me there. But like I don't have panic attacks really that much anymore. So
That's
so yeah.
really good. Yeah, I'm glad to
Talking
hear
to
that.
people who- yeah, I feel like talking to people who know, for example, 988.
Yeah,
They
that's what
really
professionals are
can
so
help.
good. Because like there's
Yeah.
there's certain issues, like one thing that I can say is that growing up I couldn't say no, right? Like especially to my parents, if they wanted something, I could never say no. I could never hang up the phone if they're like being difficult, or like I just never said no. And if I would talk to friends about that, they'd be like, yeah, like same. It's really annoying, which feels kind of good in the moment. But the therapist is who changed my perspective on it and said like, okay, well, what happens if you say no? Like maybe you should try, right? And it wasn't like an overnight thing, but over time that was one of the key things that I actually got like a realization of like what I could do to try to change it. Because you can have friends who can listen to you and understand you, which can be nice too, like for sure. But you also need somebody to help you, I guess, in a way, give you tools on how to handle that thing, and that's where the professionals come in.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. Well, thank you so much, Annie,
Thank you for coming in.
for letting me in and
Yeah.
opening up. And yeah, it's been really fun. And of course, if there's anyone in chat who is going through a hard time right now, with mental health, or you feel like you don't have anyone to talk to, 988 is here for you. It's 24/7, right? Just like the marathon, which is really cool, the relay marathon, right? It's to represent the fact that it's 24/7. You can call, you can text whenever, and just know that are people who are there to listen to you, and you are not alone. Thank you so much, Annie.
Well said. And thank you. This is Lydia Violet, by the way. I just realized I didn't introduce you properly at the start. I did see a few people ask, and I saw people answer as well. Thank you guys for answering as well. But yeah, this is Lydia Violet. She's also a streamer. She does a lot of just chatting and a lot of different games too. Actually, I've seen you play a lot of different games as well. Yeah, she does all
not
kinds
as well
of
as
stuff.
you. I need to play. I need to play WoW more at some point. I played.
Hey, if you ever
the...
do, let me know and I'll help you.
Oh my gosh, I would love that. No, 1000%. I would love that so much. I saw you playing WoW today, and I was like, oh my gosh, I wish we could do something. But I am like a big noob,
Which
at
is
WoW.
totally
Like,
fine. Yeah, you should join us when the streamers do the hardcore challenge, for example. I don't think you ever did you?
I haven't so far. I literally only played the expansion.
Yeah.
So
well, if we do that again sometime, you should join us.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the invite. I would love to. Okay, I will. I won't hold you from completing the next challenge. I mean, you've already done so many challenges. That's crazy, way more than me. But good luck, and
Thank
I'll
you
see you
so
around.
much.
Annie.
Yeah, I'll see you around.
And, wait, hold on. You're going to TwitchCon?
Oh, the EU one. Yes, next month, right?
Oh my gosh, you're going to TwitchCon, and I'll see you at TwitchCon.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll see you there.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye. Take care. Okay, there we go. She's so sweet. She's so sweet. W's. Yeah, nice little segment. I wasn't sure when she's coming in, so she came in exactly like in the middle of the arena, but it was okay. It was fine. Okay, let's see. But yeah, she's actually helping hosting this event this time around. So she's not just there as a streamer, but she's actually helping hosting this event currently. Thank you for having me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me. Wait, let me give you VIP actually. Lydia Violet. There she is in the chat, by the way, if you want to click her name, follow her. There she is. Thank you so much again. And good luck with your other sessions. VIP. Woo, yeah. Can I get VIP too? No. Your name's not Lydia, is it? But yeah, thank you so much.